Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Gentleman may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, over the last few years, the gentleman from Fairfax, Delegate Albo, and I have spoken about the need for our state college and universities to admit more in-state students. You know, our concern has been that the Big Four, JMU, Virginia Tech, William & Mary, and UVA, let in too many out-of-state students, literally kicking young men and women with 4.0s and superlative SATs across the border into other states. The most egregious has been UVA and my alma mater, William & Mary, who regularly admit 35 to 40% out-of-state students. But Delegate Albo, myself, and a total of 15 other co-patrons from around the state are making progress with this goal of having at least 75% in-state student at these colleges. And as the majority leader commented the other day on the floor, the budget that we are putting forward has an additional 1,700 slots for Virginia in-state students. To our appropriations friends, both sides of the aisle, thank you on behalf of these young men and women. We're appreciative, but our work is not done. This year, our bill didn't make it out of committee. It's a deliberative process, and we'll proceed. Until then, it's simply upon us to require to hone our arguments. The colleges keep saying it's a matter of money, but it's simply not. This is what it is. These college presidents, they want to continue to impress their friends at Harvard and Yale. As many of you are UVA law students, remember, you probably wouldn't get into UVA law today because they charge $65,000 to go there. And now it's only 34.5% in-state. My concern is that some of these colleges, what they've done to their grad programs, what they've done to UVA law, they would like to do to their undergraduate programs also. You know, and year after year, we come back with new facts. You know, first we noted that the public Ivies, they average over 80% in-state. But the college president said it's a question of money. Next, we noted that the nationally respected Kipling report, other publications were calling our public schools, particularly UVA and William & Mary, the best deals in the country for out-of-state students. We, all of us here, are helping make these two schools the best deals for kids from the Northeast and elsewhere. We're creating the University of New Jersey Charlottesville campus and the University of New York Williamsburg campus. But the president's come back and say, no, it's simply money. You don't give us enough money. They just can't accept these young men and women from Virginia. You know, we thought we had a chance this year when the governor in the House budget, the chairman, put in an extra $200 million for higher education, but in a metaphorical slap in the face, the president of one of these schools said, we want to continue with the out-of-state students, and we want to raise the tuition on the in-state students, too. Wrote this in the Washington Post editorial, all over the Commonwealth. These college presidents say, you can't prove we don't need more money. Just give us more. Give us more. We're not going to let in any more kids from Southside, the Valley, Richmond, and beyond. But, Mr. Speaker, just the other day, I thought we may have the final argument that says maybe we have something here when we say you can let in 75% of the in-state students. Because one of those schools has led lie to the fact that you can't do it. Because one of the Big Four has publicly stated that they are on track to hit that magical goal of 75% in-state students in 2013. James Madison University. When I went up to thank President Linwood Rose for this wonderful achievement on behalf of Virginia students, he said, quote, no thanks necessary. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for Virginia students. The legislation that the 15 of its co-patrons done for the year, we'll be back next year with a bill, maybe an amendment. But here's what I'd like to ask our appropriations friends, our conferees to consider in the next days, in the next weeks, hopefully not the next few months. As you compile the budget in the next few days and weeks, and the Big Four stand in your doorway asking for money for a project, remember that when you have a request for an academic new building, remember JMU. When there's requests for additional operations, remember that public university in Harrisburg that is proud to be public. You know, last week, the majority leader honored JMU President Linwood Rose for his outstanding public service and, quote, dedication to the students of Virginia. Mr. Speaker, I ask the chairman, the vice chairman, all the conferees, when you do the budget in the next few days, remember the university president who said that serving the most Virginia students is the right thing to do. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.